Hello, my crafty friends. It's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and it is day 19 of the Countdown to Christmas card series with Michele from Scrap Secrets. And today our theme is markers. So I am going to be using this stamp set from Honeybee Stamps, this cute little bear. So I am going to stamp this image down using the Gina K amalgam ink onto my card panel, which is cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. And I do have to stamp this a couple of times. It is a brand new stamp. I have had it for a while and forgot about it, and I cleaned my craft room today. And lo and behold, I came across the stamp set. So I'm going to ink that up, and then I'm going to take some masking paper, or masking paper, I guess you call it. It's sticky. I have a roll of it that's been sitting in my stash that I bought a while ago because I would like to stencil that dot stencil that you see underneath my Misty in my background, and I didn't want to have to try to color over it. So I thought that I would cut out a mask so that I can stencil right over it and not worry about getting the dots all over my bear. I did honestly use a light enough color of ink that I probably could have just done the stenciling and then colored right over it with my alcohol markers, but I decided not to chance it. So I'm just adding this to the Misty, and I will stamp this using the same ink. It doesn't have to be a great impression. You just have to be able to see your lines to be able to cut it out. So I didn't bother stamping this multiple times. I just stamped it the once. And so then off screen, I'm going to trim all that out. I get the bear trimmed out, and the lights that are sticking out beyond him, I didn't worry about. I just cut those off, and then we'll cut the star out separately. So I'm just going to add the body portion that I have cut out. And I do add, before I start stenciling, some strips at the bottom because I didn't quite have it long enough to cover the complete panel. And then I'm going to add the star. And then I will stencil using this dot stencil. It is so old, I honestly have no clue where it's from. It's one of probably the first craft items I ever got. And I am just going to be using some Tubbled Glass Distress Oxide ink and a blending brush just to do some quick blending. I've sped this up so you didn't have to sit here and watch me in real time stencil this. I had to keep reloading. I do feel like I need to get some refills for some of my oxide inks that I use quite often, and this is probably one of them. So you could have stenciled anything in the background. Snowflakes would have been cute. I don't really have a falling snow stencil, but I would have liked that as well. I should get one to have, because I think that would be really nice. You could actually use paste with that if you wanted. But now that my stenciling is done, I'm going to peel away the mask and reveal the stamped image. And I am going to color this, just basic coloring with my alcohol markers. I didn't do any blending. It's just really simple coloring. But while I'm doing that, I thought I'd talk to you about this series. So Michele and I are bringing you 25 projects. We started at the end of September, and we will go till December 22nd, so right before Christmas. There are 25 different themes, techniques, stamp sets, ideas that we randomly picked the order of them, and we're bringing you 2 videos a week on Mondays and Fridays, usually around 2 p.m. If Michele's video is not up, usually it's up within a couple of days, just because her work and school schedule is so crazy right now. But I will link her channel down below. I will also have linked the playlist for 2023 and 2024 in the more description of this video. And then at the end screen, I will put the current playlist so you can catch up if you're just finding these videos and you want some inspiration for holiday cards. There are a variety, whether they be simple, easy to mass produce, or some more, intense projects that would take a little bit more time. You want to make those special. You don't really want to try to make a ton of those, since the clock is ticking to getting to Christmas. And I am doing a giveaway at the end of this series. I will randomly select one video and do the selection from the comments in that video that I select. So the more that you comment, the more likely you are to be entered into the chance to win the gift card that I will do at the end of this. I cannot believe we are almost at day 20. It's crazy to me. we are flying by. This is going to go quickly, I feel like. So we still have some great projects coming, and at the end of this, you will have so many video inspirations. We've tried not to, duplicate a theme, so I just think it's amazing that we've managed to do that for 3 years in a row. And so definitely check out Michele's channel. We have completely different crafting styles, except for last week we did a video that was very similar to each other, and we hadn't spoken about it, so it was funny because we watched watched each other's video where, we use the exact same products and came out with pretty much the exact same card. So that was really funny, but that does not happen very often. I am definitely not somebody that I like to color. I'm just not somebody that's going to teach you the proper way to color. That's just not my thing. I am more about shaker cards and those kinds of things, quick and simple cards. I definitely enjoy making those. Michele definitely likes making interactive cards. She's really great at those, so definitely check out her channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I definitely would recommend to do so. She does a lot of haul videos as well, so if you like to see what's new in the crafty world or what things she's getting, definitely check that out. So now that I have my coloring done, I had to go back and color in the ears because when I did the brown, I absolutely forgot to color the ears. So thankfully I picked the right marker because I didn't save them out on my table like I normally do until the end. I put them right back into the container. The sentiment is from that same stamp set, and I'm going to use the VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink to stamp that, and it says have a berry good Christmas, and that's stamped the first time perfectly. So I'm going to use my Barely Arts liquid glue and adhere that to the card panel base, which is an A2 size card. And then once I get that done, I am going to take my liquid shimmer pen and just add that to the star because, I think holiday cards should all have a little bit of shimmer in them, and I thought it would be a good place on the star. I would do the lights as well. You could, if you had some glitter drops, you could add those on top, but I know me and I would not actually get those little circles, so I opted not to do that. But that is going to complete the project for today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them for me down below. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.